Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. Oh my man. Tosin Olu, how are you doing, darling? Ever since I brought that lady on my live, I've been getting so many stories from women talking about what they're going through abroad. Oh my man. Waiting I see women they go through abroad. Na another level. Oh. Sinberry. How are you doing? Oh yeah, come on my live. Come on my live. Come on my Instagram. Come before you come on my Instagram, buy me 3 money gun first. That's the assignment. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen, double click the screen, double click the screen, double click the screen. I'm not going through a lot, sha. Abroad no easy, oh, but people no want come back to Niger because na hell. Hey, K Auto Detailing, how are you doing? Ayodeji Ahaya. Sinberry, how you doing? Oh yeah, buy me 3 money gun. Now. Ayodeji, how you day, brother?
I'm fine, bro. I'm fine, sir. How's everything?
Everything is good. So
Always
tell me.
love being on your program.
K Auto Detailing, I have water spots on my windscreen oh, for my Mercedes. You know the water, since I don't see him here, make I just tell him or make he give me date. When are you coming to do it? You know, the water we have in Lekki is so bad in Nigeria in
Terrible.
general. If it rains and you allow the raindrops to dry on your windscreen, you will have water spots. So you have to come and polish them out. K, K, I don't book you down though. Saintberry, pop the first money gone. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So tell me the story. You say people they suffer for abroad, but they do they like talk. What to make you feel like that?
There's a lot.
First of
You
all,
know,
do you
this
live abroad?
country is structured. So, for females coming over here, especially when they don't have the documents, the legal papers,
Hmm.
that's the first challenge. So, um, if you come in as a student, it is easy and is also difficult. It has two ways.
Hmm.
Now, it's easy if your profession is in demand.
Hmm.
It is difficult if your profession is not so much in demand.
Hmm.
That's the first thing. Uh, Now, the second thing is for ladies. Now, looking at the first part where your profession is not in demand for ladies,
Hmm.
the alternative is now to get job under the here before they pay you large, you must be on payroll.
Hmm.
And to be on payroll, you need a legal document to be here, to pay, to
Hmm.
work. So if you're not on payroll, that means they're paying you or her. Okay.
I did hear you. If you are not on payroll.
Mhm. If you're not on payroll, that means you don't have legal documents. So you're going to be working menial jobs.
Hmm.
And when we talk about menial job, we're talking about under the table, which pays around $12 an hour, depending on the states. New York is and California, I think, are one of the highest
Hmm.
because they are the big states, you know. But then, if they're paying you under the table, and that state is quite expensive, how do you maintain yourself? How do you grow? So the only thing women let me say everyone, but now focusing on the women aspect now, the only thing they can do with that money is to maintain themselves at that level. They cannot grow beyond that level. Then there's this option that comes in. Let me get married so that I can get my papers. You get. And ladies don't want to just get married to anyone because of the circumstances surrounding getting married and all that. You understand? Which is a terrible experience for many. I know someone I've known that person for 8 years now. That person has been in the US for 6 years. If I tell you that person is not doing well, you won't believe me.
In the US?
The person, yes. The person contacted me who just came in for help. And I'm like, what have you been doing all these years? You know, so these factors was what I was able to pick from it. First, we have this religious mindset that kills our people. You want to focus on religion, you don't want to do this, you don't want to do that, but you came here to experience the other side of life, and then you see now it is here. So how do you grow from here? Do you want to wait till thy kingdom come and keep working and earning under the table? Or you're going to look for a plausible outlet for you, avenue that's going to make you move onto where you were expecting yourself to be? So for 6 years, she hasn't been able to do anything other than receive $10 an hour.
Wow.
I'm telling you. And that's in New York. Wow. So imagine $10 an hour in New York, Daddy Freeze. I feel the pain, seriously.
How is she going to survive?
Over here, there's a lot of...
How many hours does she work a day, maximum?
Maximum, you can work 40 hours a day.
A week, you mean?
For students, 40 hours a week. For students, if you're working with students' paper, it's not up to that. But under the table and all the others is 40 hours a week. So that 40 hours a week, there are some jobs where you will stand, no sitting. You will stand and work 40 hours a week. Imagine that, you know. So when people are coming here, they need to plan and reply. They need to have more than plan A to plan Z of one plan and alternatives of that plan. In case that plan fails, they can modify it when they come here and then meet up that plan. People just think going abroad is you are enjoying, you're making money. If you come to abroad, the only thing I can guarantee you is you will not go hungry. That's the only thing I can guarantee you. You will not go hungry because people are nice here. They can feed you. No problem. But bills will finish you, you know. Don't want to use that word. Bills will finish you. Your phone bills is waiting for you. Minimum $30 a day, a month. You're working, you're not working, you're paying that bill. Except you want to get disconnected. And that's when people opt in for having these virtual lines, where you see people having virtual lines. It's because they don't have money to pay bills. Daddy Freeze, I will not lie to you, I will be honest with you. If Nigeria was good and this dollar-naira exchange rate wasn't an issue and the economy was good, Nigerians are enjoying. In America, 1 minute of your time, you cannot waste it. 1 minute cannot be put to waste. In Nigeria, people waste time doing a lot of stuff. Over here, you don't do that. You don't do that. You know, so these ladies, that's what they go through for the first aspect of those who don't have their papers and, well, they're not well documented. Now, for the second one who have their papers, now there's this issue that comes up with, okay, you have your papers, you get a job. Now the next thing is some people are not loaners. I'm a loaner. I'm a hardcore loner, so I can swing in between being a loner and not being a loner. It's so easy for me. I can stay in the house for a year and I will not get bothered. That's me. But people don't do that, and people who are not loners have issues with that. So they want to mingle, they want to meet people, they want to mix up, they want to do this. There's even problem when you have money again. So those ladies go through this as well. Companion is an issue. Hi. Thanks for joining. So companion is also an issue over here. That is weird. So
all right. Since we're talking about women, we have a former Nollywood actress, Cynthia Amadi, the one that they said bye but is alive. So Cynthia, so many women have been calling me and saying, "Man, abroad is hard. Abroad is hard." If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen, pop my money guns, or follow my number one gifter if you're watching on TikTok. If you're watching on Facebook and Instagram, go to Facebook, search for Daddy Freeze, DADDYFREEZE. Scroll down to today's video, bottom left hand corner, you'll see how to buy my stars. If you're watching on YouTube, just remember that I'm not going to read your comments unless they are accompanied by a super chat or super sticker or a super like. So, what has your experience been, Cynthia?
Okay, so first off, it's not easy going anywhere. Traveling abroad means uprooting your life completely, going from what you're used to, the familiar, and going to a place totally unfamiliar, right? Especially if you've not been privileged in the past to travel. So I've been listening to this young man, and I'm trying to understand, are you trying to discourage Nigerians from seeking greener pastures?
No. Okay. I'm trying to tell them.
Okay.
I'm trying to tell them.
Okay.
Sorry, just this. I'm trying to tell them, before you come here, because I did this as well. Before you come here, make sure you have legitimate good plans. Short-term goal, long-term goal. Your short-term goal must be in line with your long-term goal. Now, how you come here also determines. Yeah. So go ahead, please.
That's valid. Some people just up and go because they see other people traveling, which is what you can point to towards the new term Japa. A lot of people I did not Japa, I relocated. There's a difference. People Japaing now is, like when you have Nigerians going en masse, like people are just uprooting and just going. I left when traveling was not that, it was just few and far between. Now, yes, is it hard trying to reestablish yourself in a foreign country? It is. Everybody has their own relocation story. However, one thing I can assure you guys is that if you can survive in Nigeria, you will survive anywhere in the world. I tell you this because Nigerians are very hardworking. They know how to thrive even in the hardest how will I put it? Even in the hardest circumstances. So coming abroad, there are just certain steps a normal Nigerian need to take for them to align themselves with their new reality. Unfortunately, a lot of them don't have this as a plan. When I was coming to the United States, I had a plan.
Exactly.
I had a very good job. I worked at Heritage Bank. I was making $550,000. Naira. Sorry, I'm just used to dollars now. I was making 550,000 naira back in 2016 as a senior banking officer. Right? I left all that. Left, a life where I had a brand new car. I had a cook. Someone, and labor is cheap in Nigeria. Just having your apartment in Lekki Phase 1. Not all those people that go to Shango after, and they say they live in Lekki. No, I was right there in Lekki Phase 1 and everything. But I looked at the state of the country and I said, this country is not going anywhere. It's just like a treadmill situation where you see a lot of movement but no progress. So I left. So here's the thing. The message I think we should be spreading is not just to tell them it's hard, but maybe trying to guide them on how they should prepare themselves when they are coming. And it's just a few simple. The first thing is for them to get realistic.
Thank you.
We just so happen to be from a country where we have the "do you know who I am" syndrome. Do you know who I am? When I was leaving Nigeria, a friend of mine who was a big boy, in fact, I don't put my mind and say, if I don't take this bros, say, bros, I cut out, find me though. The guy go don't shell out money because amongst other things, he's generous. She don't give me. He said he wasn't going to give me money, but he would give me an advice. And when he said that, I became upset. I felt, that Nigerian mentality where we are entitled to people's money. I was like, which I want to take your advice? Do that money me define come? Freeze, like, I can't see you, by the way. I see a blank screen. I've not seen you.
I can see you. Just keep going. I'm enjoying you.
Okay. So he said, I'm going to tell you something. He said, you've been a Nollywood actor, and then you went into corporate Nigeria. You're doing well. The first thing, the one and only thing I'm going to advise you to do is divorce who you are coming from Nigeria.
The mindset.
Your mindset. That you go to walk out for street, they go say, see that actress. Now divorce all that. When you come here, you're a Jane Doe. Until you get right with the system. Ain't nobody care about you, baby.
Nobody.
Ain't nobody care.
Nobody.
Ain't nobody care. That's the first thing. So that way you come, they walk out for street, they do like this. They're not they look, but you they look, they make them recognize you. She ain't gonna work. So that's the first thing. Another thing is have a plan. Some people come abroad on just mere promises. When I was coming to the United States, the friend I had originally planned to visit or to stay with, she lives in Kansas. But I have this friend here in Atlanta who said, how can you be going all the way to Kansas when I'm in Atlanta? I feel some type of way about it. I said, relax. Okay, make I come your place. She was like, if you come stay with me, you can stay here for 1 year and then get yourself together and everything. Stay here for 1 year. Body called it sweets me. Reason being is, this particular friend, I had visited her like over the years when I was still visiting from Nigeria, right? So she knows, say, level day small. Like when I come, with the shelling of the dollar, say, as you they shell dollars when you come visit, not be when you relocate. Like two different things. When we come on vacation, we spend money with disrespect. It's different from when you come stay here. It's different from when you come here, can't you work the money. So the thing is, I had promises by a friend to come to my house, stay with her, spend about a year to get my footing, and then go from there. Bros, you see that 1 year? Okay? In 3 weeks, I was out of a house.
True.
In 3 weeks.
Frustration.
So the first thing you're going to learn is when you come abroad, right? I don't care if now your senior sister or your senior brother will not come from the same womb, will not be twins. There is something about abroad that changes people. So even if you don't house person for like 2 years for Nigeria, will not be best friend, that person confess you relocate. You can relocate some maybe 3 years later. You can't expect saying as soon as be when you the house them for Nigeria, now so na go be. When we did abroad, it's not like that.
Not like that.
Now, I'll tell you why. Abroad, visiting someone is a heck of a responsibility.
Yeah.
For Nigeria, you go to buy your card to power your light.
Electricity.
Or you go control anyhow, go control money together and go buy fuel, then go run gen. Abroad, no generator. Now paper use. So when and I'm trying to, the reason I'm taking my time to explain is because a lot of people come here and say, oh, you know who I be for Nigeria, but as I come here, they treat me like shit. No be so na paper body they do them. Let I tell you why. When you come in house, let's say in normal light bill, now like $140 per month. With you coming, if you reach $200, because you not go day in house, he go tell you, say, no on light, not the off light. If you enter the guest room, wherever they say make you stay, you go on lights. As you on that light, so in bill don't spike up a bit.
Spike up. Mm-hmm.
So if you make yourself such that you be asset for the house in some way, no matter the capacity, even if now something you they bring, say, take join me. Our people, they know they for the most part, they know they get that hair. So you go come, you go back for when you go back for evening. That faucet where you just open like this. Don't bill. As that bill. So when you come, man, the first 1 month they go do you visitor. By the second month they go change them for you. Because for the simple reason that they got their bill in the mail and then it's gone up.
True.
That's the thing. So when it goes up, now this person is upset because maybe you did not even contribute.
Things have changed.
But in the house. And our people, we have this, wait till I cook. You go there, do it to cook. Like say, you don't know, say that money they say they cook. But in my own case, I was contributing because I had my plan. When I come here now, keep in mind, I had been an actor in Nigeria. Matter of fact, an award-winning one. Then I joined corporate Nigeria and I was doing very well, right? Driving my brand new car. In 2016, to drive brand new car, not be business. So don't just want people they jump on top to Kumbo. I can't come here. As I come here, just so that my friend hearts could smile. I start to do different things. Attachments when I buy come from Nigeria, say the concept for here. I carry arm, I stretch the thing. I say, can the plait our children hair? I go carry the children, go Walmart in the evening just to go buy them things. Make them they happy, they shout, auntie. It's still not rich. In about, I think I got a job like 5 days after I came. My friend Vessel, he said, what is it? What is the rush? At least let the jet lag come on. I said, no, I'm not going to come sleep. I'm not going to come Cambridge. I enter internet. I begin find work. My first work, nanny, me. I do nanny for this country. So sometimes I have no words for people who come here with that mindset of, do you know who I am? If they come abroad, do you know who I am? No go help you. It no matter whether you be big brother winner, whether you be star actor, nobody gives a SHIT.
In that mood, when can stay Nigeria if you not sabi do nani work?
If you not sabi do, if you not feel humble, basically. Now let me tell you my story. Right now, by the grace of God, I can say I've found my footing. But the journey, if you know when you watched Hollywood movie, the first 20 years ago. Now let me do 6 years ago for now. Today God is good. I work in technology. I make good money by the grace of God. But when I came here, I do nanny work. My brother, I do nanny work. I do CNN now, those nursing assistants. I go old people's home. You go see all those old people, all those Oyibo people. You go follow them, sit down there. You go wipe their nyash. This hands. I don't wipe Oyibo nyash.
Hey.
True.
I do.
True.
Unless you want to see someone who's going to do like this for you, make I tell you, unless say they bring your visitor visa, say they won't visit for a short while. Anything where they tell you say that they do for abroad, now lie. My people know they lie with you. And because our people know they honest with
each
our
other.
people back home, they go come here with the mindset, say,
that they are big.
They're not gonna tell you. They say what they do me. As I did learn, I do nanny. I do CNN. CNN, they say, you go to carry Oyibo. Or you go to Oyibo will be 6 times your size.
Old people
when they rely on your small body to help them stand, you go bath them, you go clean their hands, you go change their diaper. Again, where I do that work, Richie, she's not going to smell for my nose again.
You get used
because
to it.
you are doing I do. I'm saying this to inspire people. If you don't have humility in your heart, you'll not be US citizen. Your papa and mama not born you for here. So you they relocate. There is that short period. You go pay your dues. Not let anybody deceive you. I do Amazon delivery. I do Uber. For this car, I do back.
You have to remove the mindset. That's the first thing. Without removing the mindset, you can't work here.
You get people with them born for this Georgia.
So why do they always glorify this abroad? Like when people go abroad, they tell people read truth too.
They know they tell people truth.
They tell people truth too.
People go feel say it's easy. It's not easy. The person where God used change my story, she did this live because I just received a message from her shortly before I joined. Her name is Eunice. So Eunice, if you are still watching, I'm giving you your flowers. I stayed, I go walk. I go, In 2020, I just woke up I want crazy. I said, this can't be my story. I can't do this. And of which all that plenty hours you put in is just enough for you to pay your bills, buy food. You have just little left.
Exactly.
You see, a lot of people, they talk about, I won't go America. America is not a country.
It's a system.
I'm saying it now, it's a system.
The system.
It's a system that is programmed for you to feed into it.
And you must keep making money to sustain, to live.
Yeah, you have to. So for you to make money, to get to a point where you can say, okay, I can support people back home, or I can live comfortably and have something tangible as far as savings go, you have to either be working in healthcare. And when I say healthcare, I'm not talking CNU. I'm talking like from registered nurses, like RN, DS, like from nurses. You have to be in healthcare. You have to be in technology. You have to be in my brother, help me out.
You have to be in tech.
That's technology.
Those are the two major things, mostly.
Yeah, there are a few other industries too. There's
coming up here.
Finance industry too. I have a friend who recently just got a job. Like, she was an accountant in Nigeria, but she just got a 6-figure job recently. But it's few and far between, right?
Very few.
So, and the truth of the matter, they say not everybody gets the brain for healthcare. I have a lot of people. They say, "Oh, Cynthia, I want to do this. I want to do this." At first, I was encouraging people, but when I saw people are just doing it for the money, you know. Because as far as technology goes, you have to keep reading, upskilling.
It evolves.
For you to stay competitive. You have to keep upskilling.
I don't hear enough
so it's not something
this
we
night.
just,
Look, I hail
so
the
you
people
see,
they buy my money gun from TikTok.
Thing.
Cynthia, wait.
You get people
big shout out to Lizzie Clark 56. Just popped 2 money guns. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen. Follow my #1 gifter right now. Leave everything you're doing and follow Lizzie Clark. If you're watching on YouTube, super chat, super like, super stickers. I'll take your comments when you have those. And if you're watching on Facebook, 1,000 stars and above, and I go answer you. So, man, this thing, they scare me.
That is freeze.
When there is a will, there's a way. It's not scary. It's just that our people are not honest with
We're not honest and we're not disciplined.
Yeah.
There's a lot of distraction.
A lot of people go hustle, come my life, come clean up, come act like say yo.
No, so Freeze, let me shock you. You know, I recently lost my Instagram. And by the way, please, I beg you, make una follow me for my Instagram, because I had a huge following and I lost people. So I'm trying to connect back with my people, right? So if you go back on my Instagram, like when I just come, and they say they do things for Instagram. Now they look nice, because here you go to the stores, you buy like they get great for everything, right? You can look really nice and decent just by going to your regular, stores and buying outfits, right? You will still look nice, and then don't forget, say dust not there. You see that red dust where they stain people, they here. So they look fresh, but now when you go work, now you go there honest. But when you come back from work, bath, you can't wear clothes. You're good. But what I disagree with is people coming out here and they make it look like they don't have a transition story.
Exactly.
They make it look like it was all nice and rosy. How? Unless you be U.S. citizens bouncing about, baby, I'm on live. Don't do that. Go to your room. So people go, "Oh, I came here, I do this." Nah, lie. Some people say, "Oh, I came here and my husband did investment visa." Where your husband see money? For you to get an investment visa, you are putting like $1 million into the system.
Yeah.
So what's your husband do? Where you see that kind of money? So people come here, they lie. You see, I know a lot of people who I knew to be very successful in Nigeria. They come here and they're just
struggling.
Fall in line. Yeah.
They're struggling.
So as long as you have a focus, you have a plan. Having a plan is very important, because if you don't have a plan, you can get carried away easily. Coming from Nigeria, probably never traveled before. You come to a place like this, you see how, if you work hard, you make money, you can afford like the basic things. You may get carried away and start buying asho, and you forget yourself. I came, I had a plan. So at every point, I was checking the milestones. By 2020, I said, okay. So and by the way, I have 2 degrees. I have a master's degree, right? But it wasn't getting me the desired jobs here. That industry is not making so much. It will just land you on that kind 40, 50K per annum.
That's banking.
Yeah.
So banking no be better work for America.
You say?
Banking no be better work for America.
Prince, it gets a lot of your executive directors, a lot of senior bank managers will come here. They don't even see the bank work. They don't even see the bank. Because for you to work in the banking sector, you go clear background. You go take background check. Background, they know they play with background check for here.
High paying jobs, you must go through background check. Any job that's
so for this America, when I did before, my head not in the house. But you see, for this America, if you slap me now, I'll tell you thank you, sir. I know they go where they go. Because if I can't slap you back, it depends on how we talk the story, give police. They go say now assault, you catch a charge. Once you catch a charge and it's in your system, you probably want to switch jobs. You want to switch jobs, you won't get the next job because there's a charge in your
And may I remind you, the background check we're talking about is it's just like looking at our Nigerian NIN card, NIN number. Okay. Now, in the banking system, there's a level to which the banks can see your information. And there's a level to which the government can see. The government can see everything. The banks can see maybe 4, 5, 6, 7 levels, but the government can see the 13 levels. Now, that's how it is over here. Now, if you're going for a job, and then you apply for a job, they have your SSN, which is also your Nigerian NIN number. They just put it into the system, they pay for that, they check it. Once they check, they will see all your crimes. You break traffic law, you do this. Once they see any red flag will affect their own, they will not even tell you no. They just go silent. That's it. You'll not hear back from them.
So we don't say make people not come abroad. It's open. They're not they shoot gun for border. Everybody's welcome to come. But when you're coming, come with realistic expectation. You get plenty of people we don't hang for system here.
A lot.
What do you mean by hang for system, Cynthia?
Okay. By hanging, I mean you have this friend. Your friend lives in the US, for instance. Let me speak for US because this is where I live, right? And then you're trying to connect with that friend. You just come from Niger. Maybe you not necessarily come from Niger. You live out of state. You're in different states. And then you're maybe trying to move to
another state.
Where you have that friend. And then you're trying to strike a connection because you guys are good. But for some reason, it's not happening because that friend, they dodge you. Because it don't want to make you see a CB. Hanging gets different levels of hanging. And not be who first come, they collect, that thing will be taken who first come. Sometimes now grace. Because you get some people, we don't come here, we don't come longer than you.
They never get.
Yeah.
People, 30 years, they never get.
Yeah, there are people.
And guess what?
That.
And guess what?
And you get people who go come 2 years, they don't get.
That is crazy. And guess what? You get people who go come 30 years, they don't get. But they live better than person. We get that thing. You understand? It goes different ways. You understand? But the thing is, if you won't come here, don't just say, people they Japa, want Japa. No, be so.
No. We see videos of people crying, saying they don't know send so it go be. That one is hanging now.
And no be by say, I sabi also.
No.
It is smartness.
Not be physical power.
Smartness. You have to be smart. So the thing is, first thing, erase that mindset of entitlement. I will fight if you fight me back. All those Nigerian mindsets, erase it.
Yeah.
Think of the system.
I had to unlearn a lot of things. Yeah. And I started relearning a lot of things, which is why my affiliations with the Nigerian community here is very
reduced.
I heard that most people who are successful abroad cut away the Nigerian community and the toxicity of the Nigerian
you have to be extremely special to me for you as a Nigerian to have an event and I attend it. Me. I'm not be Ibera girl, please, before we talk now. You know how people there's a big what they don't understand, they give a name. There's a lot of people here, they are spending, I don't go Nigerian party before. Almost that time like for back of the parking lot, I go back. Cause see machine for parking lots. That's a Nigerian party. One man they do party for a wife. See machine for the parking lot. I say, oh boy, let me there the sofa. See motor, see machine. I go enter inside the hall. As I enter inside the hall, I begin find the people who park the machine for outside. Not see. What am I trying to say? Mm-hmm. The kind of people you saw, the kind of people I saw in the hall did not fit
in
the profile. It did not fit the profile of who owned that.
So you can
My
tell.
brother, you live abroad, so you know it's only one way to explain that.
Mm-hmm.
Now imagine you when don't know anything. You can't go they hang out with people like that. You don't know who don't the FBI list by association. And that's basically when you go to their house, go visit. That place where you they enter, they follow them, they roll. You know, say you they go work your 9 to 5. You don't know what they do, but then they drive machine, you they see them, they hail them, they admire them. But because you're affiliated with them,
guilty by association.
But then go they want board. Then they try to see how they want to tie within that person they do versus you to see where the connection they make them know how they want to swoop in, who they want to use, whether they first hold you go talk. You know? And you know, say for here, if they not hold you for here, if they not get something they'll say hold you for here, they don't come for you.
They don't come for you. Nothing.
So you think say your life just smooth, ground soft,
they watch you.
You don't know say they watch you, they pile things again. So I'm sorry, but
see,
I won't go.
The thing is, associating with most Nigerians over here can cause you problem, and there are two reasons.
It's risky.
The first reason is, I'm sorry I'm a Nigerian, so don't judge me for this. Nigerians abroad, they always want to size you up to see if how much you're making. If they can mingle with you, they can tap from you. If they cannot tap from you, they look down on you completely.
Attachment is what I call it. Unhealthy attachment.
Unhealthy attachment, you get it. But I'm trying to break it down so that people understand what it is. Now, that's the first one. They size you up to see, is he useful or useless? When I first came here, I didn't let anybody know what I was doing, you know. But those who knew, immediately you tell them one information, they can size you up. This guy is useful. He's into cybersecurity. Oh, he's money. They want to be around you. Guess what? They're not your friends.
No, they're not.
Because they want to use you.
Yeah.
Now, that's the first one. Now, the second one are the sets that want to make fast money, quick money. And we're talking about that line. Those ones...
See, that's gonna work.
Be very careful because that phrase, ordinary information such as your bank account is sensitive over here. You do not release it to just anyone. In Nigeria, you say, give me money, send to my bank account. Over here, you do not do that.
Oh, I lost my account. I lost my my Bank of America account just because someone in Nigeria was coming here, tell me, say, in wife, they come here, come boy, make her beg, make they pay the money with them. That's why I lost my account. After
you could have
I tightened that thing.
You could fight for it and get it back, but maybe you just didn't want to push for it, you know.
Now my money, not my money. The person will get the money, no even Greek or collecting thing.
That's it. If it's legitimate, fine, you can get it. You understand? So the bank account of a thing, Nigerians need to calm down, unlearn all those mindsets.
Yeah.
Look at Nigerian system as if it's working. Discipline yourself before you come here.
Yeah.
So that you don't fall into trouble because you can easily get in and then you get out again. That's how easy it is over here. Now, the suffering of a thing where we talk about ladies suffering and these people suffering, that suffering. Sometimes even when you plan well, it doesn't.
Why are you propagating the message as ladies? Men don't suffer.
I'm just following women. I'm following this topic, his headline.
Okay. Man, not to fight you now. Top this guy.
But come to think of it, But come to think of it, the ladies are more victims than the guys. Looking at it from...
It depends on what lens you're looking at it from.
We're looking at it from Japa into the system.
So you see, the thing is, a lot of our people feel say now when they marry person, there are different avenues, but our people are just familiar with one style,
one avenue. So
you need to do your research.
So you need to do your You need to do your research and plan.
Avenues to come in.
You need to do your research and plan. But with the avenues now, it's limited because of interview time, interview dates, and all that. Which is why people want to leave on time and they go for the study routes. And when they go through the study routes, a lot of them are not having legitimate plans, which end up failing when they come over here. So in my own, I had a legitimate plan. I was even studying before I came here, online, virtually. You understand? So I knew what I wanted. I came in with it. When my plan derailed a little bit, I replanned that same plan to align. Since I'm in the system, I know better.
The reason why people say, okay, women suffer a lot is because, to begin with, you see the Nigerians who are here are not your real brother's keeper to the people who are coming. We are not honest with them. We don't tell them about the realities that they may be exposed to. And then for the most part, you see some men who would say, okay, my wife, you and the children, go first. I'll come join you later. For her to get her settings here. So get some kind of things where she go get to do so that she go stay here as per Iwe level. Make you talk. Say free, get plenty following. And some of them, they know they do their due diligence. They'll come go do that kind of business with person where a head not their house. Before you know,
you go change
that person wife from Niger go get to the submitting safe.
True.
So one riffraff for because the riffraff don't tell and say, if you not do like this, do like this. And not be show for where they talk say, make me show. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
So the riffraff go they sleep with the person's wife.
You don't get choice. You don't get choice.
She don't get choice. She won't making sure when they say me they come. You know how many
the
people
husband for
when
Nigeria,
they have for
you
then you can't see their buzu husband in Nigeria. My guys and kids are abroad. Thank God. My wife and kids are abroad because it's a status thing in Nigeria.
It's not for me. I know abroad no get.
Bros, that is not your wife. Cock your wife.
I don't tell.
It's a lot. There are different ways you can shield yourself from that kind of thing. Find person when not be government picking. You know what we mean by government picking? Because for here, I know there might not ground. You saw those kind of things where we say for Nigeria we go talk say person wife now no go area. Apply for here.
They don't send for here.
And then some of our people too, when women come here, they use that mentality of, oh well, in Nigeria as a fine girl, I will make I get a lot of men to do things for me in Nigeria. You can't come here, can't talk say you be fine girl, you fine. You see my way to sort it for you. Funny, there's no free lunch in America. They're gonna strap you, and nothing gonna happen.
Fine plenty for you pass their safe.
Yeah. So if you're coming here with the mindset, say you fine, you be Miss World, you be Miss Wanting, you can't stay, you can't fall in love with one big man. My sister. You say if you see that kind of person, let me know. I get friends so they find that kind of person too. So come with a plan. I always encourage people to come. So when people tell me, oh, Cynthia, I'm coming, hi, be for that side, I'm usually very honest. I do not discourage them from coming. Because when I was coming to here, I was seriously discouraged by a close friend of mine I used to have back then in Nigeria. She's a famous blogger. She made a lot of money at the time, and she would talk about women supporting women. But we were very good friends, and she never supported me.
Who is this person?
I thought I did go. I said, travel.
Daddy Freeze won't know.
It's not this freeze. You go, no, now use your tongue, count your teeth. How many successful?
Send it to me on WhatsApp.
I said, I'm traveling. No. He said, what are you going to do?
Wait, we don't hear Daddy Freeze. Wait, you did talk.
Send it to me on WhatsApp.
Okay, what's up? Because that time he said he's not at this age. They're not the use old age. They go abroad. It's what you do when you are younger. At this point, I don't sell my stuff. What do you mean? I don't lay down my plan, and I have the discipline to follow my plan through, right? But this very good friend of mine, it can't be like saying she be like who go the hill. I'm only friends who go the day around the hill. Like, let me be the only one-eyed man in the village of the blind. I really wanted. I didn't. Nigeria wasn't doing it for me, and I looked. I said, no, this country not to go anywhere, not because my people want to forgive me, but I don't see her now 6 years after. And the best thing that happened to me was leaving that country. So I personally want to encourage everybody that have the resources and the opportunity to leave Nigeria, but I beg, if you leave Nigeria, number one, owe your money. Number two, no best friend. Because person will tell me, say, make a come stay in house for 1 year, find my food. Start to vex. I go wake up in the morning like this. I go they look my friend face. I go tell her, say good morning. I go they tell my friend good morning. He go look me like this.
Like say you useless. Imagine.
So far. And so far. They don't tell person in children. He had a 10-year-old at the time. That one. First of all, children not get respect. So then they insult, the American hair. So now this one will say, one day her pikin just insults me, for her presence. I can't say, hey, thank God say this pikin don't do this thing for upstairs. She do and downstairs for front of her mama. Mama go question her. You know what I think this girl tell her?
No question.
Honey, who is offending you to make you feel this way, to be reacting this way?
Oh my God.
So if you're living with people, be ready for whatever. Okay. Everybody's story is not that you must suffer. You get some people when I know when they say when they come house where they say the family avail them to a lot.
In the talk.
Cynthia, I say they stay for my house for Nigeria. Nobody picking fee insult me. I thank God. People also need to understand. You see, let me tell you, I say this all the time, If you are a married couple with grown-up children, abroad might not be for you.
Married couple with grown-up children.
Married couple with grown-up children. Say you get secondary school age children.
Yeah.
Because by the time you begin to blend into the abroad system, university don't come, and you not have saved up enough money to train your children through university, and they will not have access to loans because they are not from that system. So you've got to be careful. I'm not saying it is not doable, but
it's doable if you have a plan.
Now, if you live in Nigeria and you are used to certain comforts, if you go abroad, you might feel like your life is not working out. So
that part.
Don't do it if you are not sure you are ready for it. Some people have hustle spirit. My mother is like that. If you tell my mother, say, read this book, and you read this book, and from reading this book, she will do, and my mother will read anything you give her, she will do. I'm not like that. There are very few things I can do.
My hustle game tight. I say
there are very few things I can do, but those few things I can do them very well. If you take me out of my comfort zone, I'll be depressed. That's why I can't do it.
Comfort zone
is they see me so like this, I know if do security work. As they see me so, I know if you wash old people cloth. So why you think say I did Nigeria? They enjoy my Nigeria. You see, living in Nigeria for me, what I struggle with is the bills. No, what is the bills? The security. That's Nigeria for you. The security system. You are driving, you don't know what's going to happen. Your kids are going to school every day. You are praying that they will come home safely. That the security system is my main issue in Nigeria. However, aside that, everything else is okay for me.
Mm.
It is not easy.
Someone said, I learned my lesson the hard way abroad. Though, if you ever come abroad, I beg, if you see Nigerians, baga.
You see, so you've also got to know this.
Nigerians are not kind to their folk, their kinfolk.
Now let me explain something to you. Don't group yourself with everybody. I learned this. I learned this when they were having the NSAS protest, and everybody, all the celebrities came out, and then the protest turned against them, and then they started looting the celebrity shops and their houses, and so I came to the realization that look, these people that you are fighting with are different from you. You are fighting against oppression. They are fighting hunger and oppression.
That part.
So they are going to rob you. So you actually need SARS between you and them. You don't get it. I figured that out. You know, I studied sociology in the university. SARS is bad to a Yahoo boy. It's bad to somebody selling substance. It's bad to a looter or a thief. But it's not necessarily bad to a Nollywood actress, for instance, who is minding her business. The likelihood that you have a SARS problem, if nobody say they catch you with substance or you do something where they illegal, is rare. So you are taking on a fight for the people who are worse than that SARS. Baba, it took 2 years plus for ShopRite to reopen. People lost their businesses. Let me tell you, NSAS was part of what destroyed this economy. Some businesses never survived it. They were not able to come back. And I learned my lesson. If I did hear protest, you see, when they hear people there, we're going to protest. You want to protest again. Some people are waiting for you to start that protest so they can come and thief your television.
Yeah, ulterior motives.
That's right.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So when 10 people sit down and say, we are relocating, look at your own self well. I say this all the time. Some of us live in this Nigeria, and that dollar where una they earn, in the figures where una they earn, we they earn for this Nigeria.
True.
In those, no, I'm not saying person they earn $2,000, not dollars. But when you self don't join them inside that 6 figures, some even they make 7 figures self for this Nigeria. Baba, you no get business abroad though. Unless you are just tired of the lack of focus of the country.
Yeah, I was tired.
Now,
I lived in this
when you have money.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. I was fed up. I was fed up because I was a senior banking officer at this bank, reporting to this madam who wakes up in the morning and the first thing she does is open her tablet, her computer, and she's browsing all the blogs, trying to catch up with the gist, right? Now, after our day's work, she does the same thing. Now, in Nigeria, I don't know about other people's industry, but in that particular bank, it was a sign of rudeness for you to go home while your boss was still in the office. So even if you are done with your day's work, you can confidently carry your bag and
after your assigned hours.
Yes. Because
you know the luck some of us have is
in the office.
The luck some of us have is we don't
hang on. Then you go home and you tell your security guy, on Jen for me. He come meet you, say, madam, my papa, he done that. This is the same papa, he's collected money from you 5 times to go and bury. Now he's coming to you the 6th time to collect money, and you say, waiting they do you. And then you don't collect money from my hand. How many? Say they go village, go bury your papa. How many papa you get? Invest. He said, no, go on Jen. So one day I snapped. I just said, there has to be better than this. You wake up very early in the morning. I lived in Lekki Phase 1, right? Right at the end of Admiralty Road. So this is the main Lekki Phase 1. Now, you wake up 6 a.m. to go to work in VI, just so that you pass that toll before all the traffic starts. Living in Lekki Phase 1. Now you go to work and then you walk all day, you become scared that your madam is still at the office and you have to go. No, it's not done. It's a sign of rudeness or insubordination of some sort. When eventually you set out
In
to go
your
home, you are in
situation,
traffic.
if you're working in the banking industry in Nigeria, you should travel because the banking industry sucks. But you see, there is no time. For the last, I started doing roadshow on Cool FM uh, about 15 years ago. My resumption
I
time was
remember.
4 o'clock and I close at 9 o'clock. There's always office politics, there's always annoying stuff, but I
Yeah.
don't have to sit in traffic. And then, if you remember, Cynthia, we all used to live in the compound.
Yep.
So
Mm-hmm.
I was not really in the Nigerian system. I didn't have to live in Ikorodu and drive to VI or wake up in the morning by 6 o'clock so I can get to the office by 8 o'clock. No.
That's crazy.
No. I used to, when I was, even when I was working in production, I wake up at 8 and be in the office by 8:30
Wow.
because I lived in the compound. So I just wake
Yeah,
up
it
8,
brings you to live in
jump
the
into the
compound.
bathroom,
So
Okay,
they had some
proximity.
staff in the compound. So
jump
you
into the
didn't even
bathroom.
have to deal with the
I
logistics
didn't
of
have
going
to
to
deal.
and from work.
Now, when I moved to 1004, remember 1004 is behind
Behind it.
Etimiyang. It used to literally take me 10 minutes to drive to work. Fine, there are some days there were traffic because of, but even
Road.
if you walked, if I walked from 1004 to the office, it will probably take me 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
So that whole Nigerianness, I was immune to it from the day I entered the labor market. I was immune to Nigerian, unless one particular day I went to shop or somewhere. So when people were complaining, I learned at a very young age not to join myself inside a boat that I am not inside.
That's right.
When I moved, my last 2 years in Nigeria Info, Ada is here, I worked from home. I never
And that's
showed up in
lovely.
Nigeria Info for one day. I think I had one meeting. After that, all the meetings were on Zoom. All my programs were over the phone for 2 years, and then I resigned. So if I now go and join myself to somebody that is living in Ikorodu and working in VI, we don't have the same Nigeria experience.
You don't have the same experience. That's
We don't have
right.
the same. Let me give you an example. I bought my Mercedes Benz 2022 AMG GLE 53, brand new. I have to break it in. You're supposed to drive it to 1,000 miles and break it
Miles.
in. I've been driving the car for 2 years. I've not done 1,000 miles to break it in. So I'm driving a brand new car that's not yet been broken in. So one day I drove it to Bodylon and spent 2 hours on Bodylon going around and around just to get 100 miles so that I can at least cross from 500 miles so that I can rev the engine, because if you don't break it in properly, you can't rev the engine. If you go and rev the engine, you spoil the car. So I've had a car for 2 years. I've not done it because driving for me now leisure. I'm going to the spa. I'm going to do my manicure. I'm taking my wife for a meal or the children to a hotel. So when people sit down, they talk of their Nigeria experience. Sometimes I feel, oh, Nigeria is bad, but then I caution myself. I said, come, you and this will not be the same Nigeria. The two of you, the
Same level.
Don't.
Well, I had an issue with waking up very early in the morning, going to work in traffic, now getting to work, doing the whole day, and then being afraid to go home even after hours because some madam has not gone home. Then when you eventually get to go home, you're in the same traffic trying to make your way back home. Then when you get back home, then you find someone like your security man refusing to put on the gen because you refuse to give him money. His father is dying for the 6th time. And then you also have to deal with your probably silly, it was just so much.
You are going to have to deal with Nigerian stupidity. You are going to have to deal with Nigerian stupidity. All of us deal with Nigerian stupidity. From the police being stupid to the port people being stupid. Let me give you an example. When I was bringing in my 2020 Camaro, I bought it in 2020. I was shipping it in. NSAS now caught my car. The ship was about to discharge. NSAS now happened. So my car was at the port for 2 weeks. Extra. Guess who paid? Me. You know what pained me?
What?
So once you do demurrage, reach Friday. If your car doesn't come out, you will pay Saturday,
Saturday, Sunday,
Monday. They don't calculate it as working day. And then each week it gets higher. So you are paying 10k per day, then you are paying 20k per day, then you are paying 50k. After a while, the money you are owing the people is more than the car you are bringing in.
The car itself.
So we've been waiting. We've been chasing these people finally till Friday.
Purposely.
Guess what? Monday to Thursday, the system was down. System was down. They could not process. So I'm paying the government.
It's on you.
The work the government cannot do because the government system is not working.
It's on you.
Freeze, hold that thought. I'm just seeing a comment from one ILS in Duquay saying, Una go come online and start saying all manners of things about care job as if it's easy to get other professional jobs. No one is talking down on care jobs. If you have any iota of brain in your head, if anything, we are saying that Nigerians need to be very humble when they come here. And I talked about my experience doing care job. So who is talking down on care job? Do you even have any?
Nobody's talking about it.
Do you even have the ability to comprehend what you hear?
I did care job. Oh, Cynthia, you go begin to fight them now, and they go begin to fight you. We no go. This thing where I want to say, you no go hear them. So Monday to Thursday, I could not get in. Sorry, Monday to Wednesday, we could not get the paperwork because there was the system was down. Thursday, all of a sudden, agents go work. They say they don't go do one conference for Abuja.
Yep.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, they never come from Abuja. Tuesday, they never come from Abuja. Wednesday, they still never come from Abuja. Thursday, the guy came from Abuja but did not resume in the office. Friday, they say the guy they come office. The guy come at 12 noon, walk till 2, get up, say one go pray. System shut down.
Yeah.
So
Nigerian system is programmed to frustrate you. It's that frustration that I just feel. So people have different thresholds to different things, right?
Let me tell you.
Like I said, I snapped. I just woke up one day and said, why do I have to deal with this? There has to be better somewhere else.
I'm driving in traffic and somebody carrying a box is squeezing beside a G-Wagon to pass. I look the person Okada. I look the person's shoe.
You go say sorry, sir.
Baba, the last time they priced my headlights, one person, they tell me, say, Daddy Freeze, they careful when they drive this motor, the headlight at 3.5 million for one.
Okay. All right.
G-Wagon is slightly cheaper. G-Wagon is about 2.5 million for one. I say, waiting they want sell for this guy. If he break that headlight, if they go there with him box, they go there.
He go dobale for you.
I swear,
he go dobale. They're very
good. My light, I would just tap him forward. Make go knock head for the next car. I would just tap him out of vex. So I just always pray to God, say, make I know evil. Because I could just, as in, look at this complete fool. You are dragging road with G-Wagon. If you break the headlight and they hold you,
I'm sorry.
Your bike you go sell will be 2.5 million. Abi you go donate yourself. You go donate. You go sell your kidney, your liver to repair this guy motor. So you see, abroad people still respect Nigeria. I just look like if I look the guy slippers. I see. You see, sometimes in life when you realize what you are carrying, you now calm down. Say, okay, let me not go and get into trouble. Anybody can get into trouble at any time. But when you put yourself at risk of getting, and you think you can run away, that's how my neighbor was going with his escort. He they warned that tipper, say, watch out, watch out, watch out. And so, go lad, he just breaking motor. Police just come down, come begin, they beat the tipper. They beat and throw inside bush, carry and go. Do you know that if they recorded it, they'll be like,
that one not go fix the motor now.
No need to fix them. No need. You can't fix it. There's no argument. You can't fix it. So maybe they just come out 2 of your teeth. So that you go feel understand. So those are the kind of things Those are the kind of things that you will not get abroad. Now, even if they bash your motor abroad, insurance go cover them. You have the right parts. You have not a one mechanic where go tell you saying go do and go tell you saying go do and then go come spoil them more.
Then again, you have to be careful with your insurance, because if you are someone who gets into collisions, very frequently your premium go up.
Now that Okada where they ride Okada abroad, into get insurance, so into no go want making premium go up. Nigeria, Okada go jam. If you look the thing where in spoil pass, it go not come down crossroad, run, leave you with your Okada. Waiting one use Okada do. So anyway, guys, Nigerian frustration is real.
It is. And I just decided not to deal with it anymore.
But because some of us are immune to it by virtue of what we do, it is easier for us to navigate the stormy waters of Nigeria. I can't live abroad because that thing where they pursue me, I still never see them. And I pray that I don't see it. Because there's sometimes you just look at it, you know what, let me just go and be an average citizen abroad. I've not gotten to that stage.
So Freeze, you were quite immune to the everyday struggle of someone who has the typical Nigerian experience. And I get that, because in fact, if you enter that there, if you see the security, so if we enter where they freeze day, from that gate, if they get iron gate for that, they enter Cool FM anyhow. The person from inside must say yes, that my person go sign something for you. So you were almost living like those people who were, you almost had the experience of an expatriate, if I could use that word. Let me give you an
example. In 2016, before the financial downturn, I was earning 366,000 naira, and dollar was 170 naira. So I was earning $2,000+ a month as basic salary from my office. Now, salary, if you ever worked on radio, you don't touch salary. Salary is nothing.
By the side.
You will do your MC, you will do your voiceovers, so it was easily $10,000 a month. Easily. So if you sat down then and thought about it, if you're earning $10,000 a month, you are doing $120,000 a year.
Comfort.
That's 6 figures. Straight up. How many people in America today earn $120,000 a month?
Where do you want to pick it?
All those comedians, then basketball, then that year, they were probably on 300,000 a year, 350K. That's how much they were making, because they were doing 1 million naira show, 5 in a month, and 1 million naira was about $7,000.
Okay, so someone is saying that the white ladies get the job. Of course, so far away, white ladies.
So what do you expect? At the end of the day, you have to know what works for you. Now, sometimes you might just be used to the Nigerian madness and you know how to navigate it. That might be your superpower. You go abroad, you now feel like a chicken in a pond. It's not going to work. You understand? So, understand yourself. Someone like Cynthia was tired. The banking system is terrible. You are even lucky you left. If you waited now, it will even be worse, because there's less money and all that. So, know yourself. Don't follow anybody.
I had a friend at the time who told me that relocating abroad was for younger people. Why will you be relocating in your 30s? It's not for someone as old as And then she used her cousin in South Africa and how that one's relocation story, failed.
Everybody's story is
trying to discourage me, but I knew what I wanted to do. I had my plan.
Everyone has a different story.
Everybody has. So basically, for you not to suffer, you have to come here with plan A, plan B, plan C. Plan A may not work. Plan A may not work. Plan B may not work. It may be plan C that will work. Because I was feeling like, okay, I'm educated. And then, you see, when I came in 2016, there were at the time, Nigerian universities here in the United States that were recognized, right, that you can use your Nigerian degree to work at the time was only Unilag and Ife. And I happened to be an alumnus. So I didn't have the struggle a lot of people who went to like OSU and other schools had. So, but then I couldn't even get a job even in my sector. And so, and in 2020, I did a pivot.
Anyway, guys, technology. I'm running late.
So plan
Let
A,
me go
plan
to
B, plan
bed.
C.
So I can pick up. I have so much to do tomorrow. It's lovely having this conversation with the two of you guys, and we're going to continue with this. What has your relocation story been? We're going to continue even during the day. So many people bought my money guns today. Wow, when I like Gisto, big shout out to all of you, Ambassador, Lizzie Clark, Two Bud, and you, Simberry. Double click the screen if you're watching on TikTok. Follow my number one gifter. I appreciate you all. God bless you. Thank you all so much. Let me see a couple more money guns before I leave. Bye bye, everybody. God bless.
Bye.